Martin Lawrence is stopping by. He's the comedian who, well, you know, he was jogging in a plastic suit.
Yeah.
He passed out. He had some other weird stuff, too, that Robin knows about. So he's stopping by. Also, we're going to learn how to cheat on your spouse and get away with it. Everybody always loves that because most of America cheats anyway, so you might as well find out how to do it right. I think. That's what I think.
How do you cheat on your spouse?
A lot of people want to know how to cheat on their spouse.
That's funny.
I think the best way is to really keep quiet about it.
Be discreet.
Be discreet.
I wish Charles Perrault hadn't had that sudden heart attack, because he could have written a book.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah, wow.
Cindy, you're on the air.
Hi, I'm a little nervous. I'm sorry. I'm calling about a friend of mine that passed away on Christmas Day, and I just thought I'd want to let you know because he was a very big fan of yours. And, in fact, they even buried him in a Howard Stern T-shirt.
Well, let me just say this. Where did he get a Howard Stern T-shirt, this guy? Well, there are no such things as a Howard Stern T-shirt.
Not official.
I'm suing the family. Really, what kind of Howard Stern T-shirt? There is no Howard Stern T-shirt.
I don't know. You can make your own T-shirt.
Maybe that was it. Well, would you dig him up so I can see what this paraphernalia is? I might have to confiscate it.
Look,
it's illegal, huh?
No.
I wanted to let you know he was a regular caller, and he loved you guys.
Sorry to hear that. What did he die of?
It's kind of uncertain as to what he died of, but he died on Christmas Day.
Did he die of AIDS?
No.
Usually you hear uncertain, it's usually AIDS.
No, uncertain means, he probably was doing something and died. Like drugs or something.
Was he imitating Jackass?
Or, who says that? I don't know. I know his family's listening to me right now, so I'm kind of screwing this all up.
Was he doing drugs? Was he downloading kiddie porn?
No kiddie porn.
Well, I'm happy to hear that he was buried in a Howard Stern T-shirt, and it's really quite an honor that anyone would be that big a fan. I don't know what your story sounds a little suspicious. I don't know of any Howard Stern T-shirt ever made. I've kept those.
It doesn't sound like.
Yeah, I really did. I wasn't there at the funeral because it was across, across the country. That's what they said. Maybe, I know other people can call in and that were there. Maybe they can say, maybe
clarify.
Tell you, yeah.
Have they read his will yet?
Yeah.
I'm afraid he probably didn't have much.
Great.
Damn it.
But he's got lots of Howard Stern tapes.
Yes. Well,
get your tapes back.
I wish he had been a wealthy man and would leave me his fortune.
To Howard Stern, I leave my kiddie porn collection.
Great.
That's the one call I remember from him is when Artie was on the diet, and he called up and he told Artie that he had to stop drinking. He goes, "Dude, you're stupid. You got to stop drinking."
Yeah. I remember him. Yeah, I
remember that call?
Well, guess who stopped drinking first?
Well, unfortunately.
How old was he?
How old was he? Did he leave a hot widow?
No, he was 28.
Oh, young guy.
How the hell does this guy die? That's suspicious.
That's why I say, that when you don't know how a 28-year-old died, he was up to something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, his family and friends are listening, so I don't want to sit here and,
A little coke, heroin, what was it? Do they know?
I would think, they're going to kill me. Well, they already know. Possibly some booze and some pills.
No. So you think it was a suicide?
I'm sure it was a recreational type of thing. It wasn't like a suicide.
Oh, I see.
Because he loved his family very much. I think he just got carried away because it was Christmas.
Oh, that's a shame.
Most Howard Stern listeners die and nobody can tell what happened.
Yeah, we did a survey. We had a survey done. We commissioned it, and it turns out most of our listeners have died from suspicious deaths.
It's involved in a huge counterfeit T-shirt ring.
Yeah. Well, a lot of our fans kill themselves over Christmas when we're playing Best of. They want original programming.
Oh, yeah, some of your Best ofs are pretty bad.
Oh, gee,
oh my goodness.
Wow.
I mean, Best of is our show that you hear all the time. Why would you? Why would it be bad?
The ones I want to hear. I want to hear the ones where you guys fight all day long. All those kind of fights.
Oh. Well, that would take up about 2 days of programming. There's more to the show than that. All right, listen, I gotta go. I'm sorry to hear about our fan, but I'm glad he was buried in a bootleg Howard.
Do me a favor. Say his name, Brian.
All right. Well, no, I don't. After just saying about drugs and everything, maybe you don't want to give his name.
Oh, well, his first name anyway.
First name, okay. Thank you, Bob. Oh, she's annoying. Okay, quick, let me tell you about how to cheat on your spouse. If you're going to do it, it turns out most people cheat, believe it or not.
Most.
Yeah, in fact, Judith, hi.
Hey, Howard. Happy birthday, my dear.
Thank you, my love. Judith is a sneaky, sneaky woman.
I certainly am.
Wrote a book called The 50-Mile Rule. And you know what? Well, you know what that is. If you're gonna cheat, make sure the person's outside the 50-mile radius.
Really?
I would think, because otherwise they might run into your spouse somewhere, or a friend of a friend might recognize you.
But then you got to do all that traveling. How do you do that?
Well, hey, that's your problem. It's
well, Robin, that's part of the challenge. And good morning, Robin.
Good morning.
Yeah, that's indeed part of the challenge. Your spouse and lover should live at least 50 miles apart, and they should never interact for any reason at any time.
Right. You got to make sure their worlds don't collide.
That's exactly right, because you have to keep a fair world separate from marriage world, or you are going to be in a world of hurt once you're found out.
And lots of people have undiscovered affairs. A lot of people are scared they're going to get caught, but there are definite ways not to get caught. Am I correct?
Oh, no, absolutely. But, you know, you really have to be smart about it, and you have to plan in advance. That's kind of one of the ironies about it is that to have a successful affair, you kind of take some of the spontaneity out of it. And, of course, some of the spontaneity is exactly what you're looking for,
right.
You know, in a relationship like that.
When I was married, I was not a cheating husband. I realized with the 50-mile rule, I would have to bang a chick in Ohio. So, me being on Long Island.
That's impossible.
Yeah, I just couldn't see getting away. But, now, you make a good point. Okay, here, let's go to the 20 rules to observe to ensure a safe affair. Number 1 rule?
Don't get caught.
Right.
Hey, come on.
Which of course is fairly obvious, but you'd be surprised how many people set themselves up for exactly that kind of thing.
Number 2 rule, safe sex.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, you
always wear a condom.
What if the chick just gives you oral? Still, that you could get some kind of disease, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the last thing you want to do is to have your wife or your husband come back and say, "Gee, you know, it's really funny. I was at the doctor today and ended up having genital herpes." And it's like, where did this come from?
Right.
I've been with somebody for 12 years.
That's right. So you got to avoid that. Okay. Observe the 50-mile rule is number 3. Number 4. What does this mean? Compartmentalize your relationships.
Basically, what you need to do is to make sure that those worlds, just like you said, do not collide.
Number 6, lay out the ground rules first thing. So when you meet a broad...
Wait a minute. I'm not having any of this.
Wait a second. You meet a broad. Let's say I'm going to cheat on my wife, right?
Right.
I got to say up front to the broad that I meet, listen, I'm married. We're going to have to bang. I can't email you. You got to stay 50 miles away.
You see that line? You can't cross it.
Exactly.
How do you do that? That's uncomfortable.
That's so romantic.
It is very uncomfortable, but that is part of the price you pay for these kind of relationships. Because think about it. If you're out, you know, romancing somebody, you're having a great time, all of this stuff is going along great, and all of a sudden this person figures out that you're married, there's going to be hell to pay.
Right, so
they're
don't
going to be
hide.
so disappointed.
Don't hide that you're married.
Exactly.
All right. No, and you're saying a lot of chicks will still go along with it.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, because they get a lot out of it. They get, you know, free meals. They get sometimes to go to exotic locations. There's a lot of good stuff that comes out of this for the other partner.
And none of the crappy stuff of marriage, which is the boredom that sets in.
None of the heavy lifting, baby. You get all the good stuff. You get all the cream.
Right. Now, because you've been in an affair for years with a married guy, right?
Right. Exactly.
And you love it.
And I love it because, you know, we go to all the neat places, we go and do all the cool stuff, and I don't have to, you know, pick up his stinky socks or do any of that stuff.
Do you ever get lonely, like around Christmas and stuff?
Well, I have other relationships. I use this is a supplement for me as well.
Okay.
I mean, I have other people that I see. But, you know, he's just like one more guy on the string. But I'll tell you, it is a pretty low-maintenance sort of relationship, and it works out great for both of us.
You recommend it?
Absolutely.
All right, you say no wholesale changes in your look or lifestyle. A lot of guys start having an affair. What do? They start combing their hair different?
And they start working out.
Exactly. Thank you, Robin. They start, you know, trying to shape up. They start, you know, changing their boxers to briefs and this kind of things, and start doing some things that basically are telegraphing to their spouse that something is definitely going on. You know, taking more care with their hygiene, or working late or not working late.
So be the same slob.
More solicitous of their spouse or less solicitous.
Right, you got to keep things the same.
Right, if you fart at dinner, continue to fart at dinner.
Thank you, Artie, for bringing up that very salient point.
Keep communication with your lover to a minimum. We were talking about this yesterday. No emails back and forth.
Right.
No.
Be very careful on your cell phone, for example. There was a great example that somebody told me about some guy that was out banging his girlfriend, and his cell phone, something happened and his cell phone accidentally, was switched on, and the wife heard the whole thing because he was.
Whoa.
Wow.
You have to be very, very careful.
So how do you?
What about communication?
Yeah, you want to keep the chick on. Let's say it's the best poontang you ever had. I want to keep the chick on, in the loop.
String, right.
And you want to make sure not to, have things on your home computer, on your laptop. You want to make sure to have a separate cell phone number. You want to make sure to use calling cards and not use your home phone, that kind of thing. I mean, there are ways of doing this. You just have to be very cautious. Because remember, anything can be pulled off your computer. You guys were just talking about Pete Townsend.
Right.
People can go through and trace just about anything. And you really want to be careful that information is not sitting there stored and waiting for someone to pull off.
What about a lot of married guys try to pull it off by communicating through the office?
Yes, and sometimes that can work just fine, except for the fact that a lot of times they try to use their assistants as kind of the go-between.
And that brings too many people into the loop.
Precisely.
What's this? Be honest but not open.
That means basically what we're talking about, telling people up front that you're married and this is what you're looking for. You want to be honest with the person about what your intent is.
Yeah.
But you don't want to be open about, for example, what you do for a living, where you work.
Yeah, a few details, yeah. And what is this? Don't take affairs personally. What does that mean?
It means basically that in any given situation, there are many, many people out there that are appropriate for us. There's not just one person that's right for us. There are many people.
Right.
And if you are selected, let's say, you can't look at this and say, God, this person chose me, he chose me. Because he could have chosen, there could have been 100 people that he approached, and you just happened to be the person.
Right, so that when it ends and everything, don't start thinking, oh, man, I thought we were in love.
Or you don't make it your primary relationship.
Precisely.
Like, I hope he's going to leave his wife for me. And
Precisely, Robin. You have to put these things in context and understand that at some point or another, it probably is going to come to an end, and when it does, you just can't look at it as being a personal affront.
Hey, by the way, this is a good one. Make no promises. In other words, if you start trying to keep the chick on a string and go, you know what, don't worry, baby, I'm going to marry you someday. We're going to be alone. We're going to have a life together. And then when you break up with her, she'll be so bitter she'll start like boiling rabbits in your house.
Or she'll be suing you for palimony.
Right. Precisely. And I know, Robin, you've been covering a lot of these kinds of stories on the news. And I mean, the key to this is that your affair partner is really your partner in deceit for a lifetime. You really are looking at this person as somebody who you are trusting to keep your secrets long after this relationship is over and when they have no investment in keeping you happy.
Here's a couple also that are pretty obvious. Keep your affairs secret. Keep your children out of your sex life. In other words, don't start, bringing the kids
Does this
pictures.
sound possible to you that you can't ever tell anybody? You can't... there's so many restrictions, you couldn't possibly carry this off.
Here's the thing.
It's a lot of work, Robin, and there are a lot of people who kind of look at this and say, this is so much work, in fact, that, I'm just going to stay safe at home because there's too much going on.
Yeah, well, let me tell you something. The thing with the children is true. Yeah, you tell the person you have kids and stuff, but don't start giving them all the details and going into personal stories about the kids and all that kind of stuff.
Exactly. And also remember that affairs are adult business.
Right.
And that your children should not be pulled into this. You shouldn't be bringing your girlfriend home or your boyfriend home. You should never be bringing an affair partner, to your house.
Or using the children to cover your affair, which is
as a
what
beard.
people do, yeah.
Precisely.
Money and gifts are a trap. Obviously, anything you give can be traced back to you.
Absolutely.
Know when to call it quits. When things are starting to get a little too intense emotionally, when people start to have feelings for one another, get the hell out, right?
Exactly, because what's going to happen then is that you're going to have a much harder time extracting yourself from the situation once there is a true emotional component involved.
Here's a good one.
That is also the danger point. That's the point where people are going to turn around, just like you said, Howard, and be bitter and be pissed off, and then feel that they need to seek some measure of revenge.
So how do you get out of it gracefully?
Well, yeah, you gotta. You know what? I'm going to tell you something. I've been thinking about this. The only way you can get out of it gracefully is to pick a partner who has as much to lose as you do. In other words, it'd be great to find another married person with a marriage that they can't walk away from or something, because the more they have to lose, the less likely when it does end, they're going to be like, oh, man, I'm keeping this. I don't want to blow it either, so we're all going to keep it quiet. That's a good one that I just wrote.
Well, dear, and you're absolutely right, and that's why sometimes it pays, if you're married, to just go out with another married person.
That's right.
Because that person also is going to live in fear that their spouse is going to discover what's going on, and so people are going to be much more likely to keep your secret. So, Howard, you're a genius. So you're a genius not only of relationships in general, but of cheating.
Hey, by the way, here's a good one on your list. If discovered, deny, deny, deny. You are absolutely
Even if
right.
you're caught like red-handed?
Red-handed, you say it's not going. It's not what you
There's
think.
no girl here.
Deny, 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 and demand proof. Well, isn't Dennis Rodman the embodiment?
Dennis Rodman is perfect at this. When he was caught red-handed by Carmen Electra in bed with a girl, she said, "What's that girl doing in your bed?" And he turned to her with a straight face and said, "I don't know what you're talking about. There's no girl in this bed." She goes, "I see her right here." He goes, "I don't see a girl."
What girl?
And
Didn't she fall through the ceiling or something?
Yeah, another time he got caught, he said, "Hey, that girl just fell through the ceiling into my hotel."
I didn't ask her here.
I didn't ask her here. And he got away with it for a while.
Well, that's exactly it. So it's deny, 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 and and demand proof. And of course, if proof is given, deny that too.
All right, what about this one? Revenge is not an option. What does that mean?
That basically means that when you are the wronged party in a situation like that, this particularly pertains to, single women. When you are the wrong party or the wronged party in this situation, don't sit here and just say, well, let me see, how many ways I can screw this guy. If I can sneak into his house and put the videotape of our, sex romp into his kid's VCRs,
right.
Turning on the Lion King, this kid, sees this other stuff. Take the high road. And just remember that somewhere down the road, if the guy has screwed you in this way, he is going to get screwed royally, and all of those chickens will come back to roost. So don't, sit and try to figure out ways of making this guy's life a living hell.
Yeah, because he can come back. He can come back and kill you.
Yes, he absolutely could.
And what about this one? Don't feel guilty. Yeah, where guys fall into the trap is they go, "Oh man, I'm gonna tell. I'm gonna confess."
I need to talk.
Never confess, right?
No, never confess. And you know the reason why? Because most of the time, certainly not all of the time. I mean, affairs can be the best thing that ever happened to you, but most of the time, these things end up being a blip on the matrimonial highway. They end up not meaning anything.
Right.
And you simply don't want to invest a lot of emotional energy in these things, because 5 years down the road, you probably won't even remember it. I mean, it'll be a masturbation fantasy if it's that.
Right. So you see where you run into trouble. I'm just reading some notes here on your book. You say, like, if you're having an affair with a chick and you go to the movies with her and you see a movie, somewhere down the line you might say to your wife, "Hey, remember when we went to see blah, blah, blah movie,
right.
Gangs of New York?" That's how you get caught.
Exactly.
So what do you do? How do you avoid
little
that?
illusions? Well, you lie. You lie, and you really work hard to kind of keep those aspects of your life separate. What you're trying to do in an affair a lot of times is to express those aspects of your personality that you cannot express at home.
Right.
Because your spouse, is so used to you and is going to laugh at you if you say, "Oh gosh, I'd like to try pottery," or something like that. I mean, just things that, you would love to do that your spouse is going to take issue with.
Is good advice just don't talk to your wife? That way you can't screw up?
Well, actually, that's the way it ends up most of the time, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
But if you're going to go to the movie with your squeeze, you better take your wife to the movie the same week or something.
Well, that's probably not a bad idea. This is what my married boyfriend does. If we go and do something, he usually replicates it. Something like going to a movie. He usually replicates it at home because then it just solves that problem.
Well, you must be good in the sack if he's going to all that problem.
When you're watching the movie with your wife, avoid going, "Oh wait, this is a good part."
This is a good part. I know one guy. This is a good part. Judith really liked it when I went to see it with her.
Yeah, this is a good. Watch this. Watch.
All right.
She gave me oral at this scene.
The book is geared mostly to men, and you say that half of all married men and women have cheated on their spouse at least one point during their marriages, and sometimes a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
And you accurately describe 3 kinds of sex in a marriage: house sex, where you're newly married and you have sex all over the house; bedroom sex, after you're married a while, you just have sex in the bedroom; and then hall sex, after you've been married for a while longer, you just pass each other in the hall and say "F you."
And that's the evolution of marriage right there. But
right
for most
there.
people.
3 rings in the book: engagement ring, wedding ring, and then suffering.
Sounds lovely.
Well, yeah, and
Glad to see Judith included Catskills jokes in her book.
You say
I'm sorry, Artie. I know those were oldies, but they're also goodies.
You say 10% of all children conceived within marital relationships are in fact not genetically related to their legal father.
Really?
Yes, isn't that
right.
shocking?
Yeah, that's
a shocking statistic. Because what happens? There's something called sperm warfare that goes on. That if a woman has sex with 2 guys within a very short period of time, the sperm actually compete to fertilize the egg. And may the best man win.
Wow.
Sometimes the best man is not the husband.
Wow. Hey, and the other thing is, too, you say that most good men in America are married by 25 years old. Any sexually active adult beyond the age 25 would pretty much have to be an idiot not to realize how slim the chances are of finding, someone really
somebody
cool
who's not married. Yeah.
who you can spend the rest of your life with.
Exactly. So basically, that's kind of a warning to single people. If you meet somebody who just really seems great, you know, and is kind of in their 30s or 40s, chances are
He's
that
married.
person is taken.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's a miserable world out there for single people in a lot of respects. But it's a miserable world for married people, too. Look how much unhappiness there is.
There's also one other rule.
What?
Hide the book that you buy from your wife.
Yes,
Figure out your
exactly.
cheating rule.
So when you buy Judith E. Brandt's book, The 50-Mile Rule, available where books are sold. For more information, go to the50milerule.com. Did you were married, right?
Yeah, I was married for 10 years.
Did you cheat during the marriage, or did your husband?
I didn't cheat, and I don't think he did, but the irony of all of this was that 3 days after I got back from my honeymoon, I met the guy at work that I probably should have married.
Really? You
And
knew it was a
so-
mistake.
You know, it was a mistake because ultimately my husband and I got divorced anyway, so the question was, you know, should I not have taken this other guy for a test drive just to have seen, you know, what could have been?
And the guy that you're having an affair with, he's married how many years?
He's been married for 15.
15 years. His wife has no clue.
No clue. Never met her, never seen her. I've been in a couple of parties, you know, very large parties, like, you know, big events where she's been kind of like around, but I have made a very conscious effort not to come into contact with her.
How'd you meet this guy? Was he a business associate?
No, I actually met him at a sporting event.
And his wife somehow ends up at things that you go to?
Well, sometimes because he takes her along with him,
Right.
you know, because it is part of kind of his social circle.
Yeah.
But I really make a supreme effort to kind of avoid her because it's simply not worth it. It's not worth, you know, seeing what the competition looks like, number one, but it's also not worth putting myself in a position where body language might give the two of us away.
Do you ever worry you get caught and she'll, like, do something to you?
No, not particularly, because I could probably take her on pretty easily. But it's like, what's the point? I'm not, you know, if it comes down to that, I mean, I'll walk away gracefully.
Are
But you'll never put yourself into a position where you go on vacation, she's in one condominium, and you're...
No, I haven't done the Corbin Burnson routine.
Right. Is this, so
I keep things separate. I keep things very separate, and I think that's the key.
Are you
to
hot?
The strength of this relationship. Am I hot?
Yeah.
Well, dear, I'm not in Beth territory. I'll tell you that.
All right. No, but are you like, you got a nice body?
Yeah, I'm a cutie. And I mean, after this book has come out, I've gotten, man, this has been like an aphrodisiac for men. They want to check out a woman that you know, not only can write a book.
Nothing wrong with that. Lewis, you're on the air.
Hello.
Hey, this is Judith E. Brandt. The book is 50-Mile Rule.
Well, what she's doing is she's teaching everybody how to be dishonest,
That's
Howard.
right. That's absolutely
Okay,
correct.
and it's like lawyers. What do they do, Howard? A lawyer will tell you right off the bat, do never admit liability. No matter, even if you smash your car into a busload of nuns, Howard. This lady is teaching American women how to be skanks. That's why America's going downhill, pal.
Well,
American women don't need me to teach them how to be bitches, man.
Listen, you are documenting your skankhood, so don't even try that, Miss Jew girl, okay? You sound like you're doing it for the money, and while you're on your back, the meter's running. Am I right, Artie?
Now, how do you know I'm Jewish?
Yeah.
Come on.
Are you Jewish?
Well, I'm half Jewish.
Well, half Jewish, yeah.
This guy's mad. Dude.
I'll be at the Comedy Cellar, January 31st. Come on down and see me.
All right, thank you.
Later.
A lot of hostility there.
Well, what about that? You know, the thing is, look,
His wife probably read this book.
there's so many people cheating on, on their spouse. You might as well get away with it.
Yeah, I mean, what's the point? You know, you guys were talking yesterday about Charles Kuralt, you know, and that the guy actually managed to have two families. Of course, the ultimately, though, you know, his legacy is going to be people are not going to remember him for being a newscaster. They're going to remember him for pulling this off.
Yeah, I think he's amazing. I'll tell you the truth.
Nobody was going to remember him as a newscaster.
Hopefully my attitude about relationships will remain true, that when things are going bad, you just look the person in the eye and you say, look, it's not working. But, you know, there are people who can't do that. They kind of go, you know what?
Well, let's take another scenario. If nothing's going bad, but you meet somebody else.
You just need a little something.
It's a supplement, not a substitute. But, you
There
know,
you go.
the point that you're making, though, Howard, I mean, think about it. You know, people are so tied into these marriages. I mean, marriage is such a fragile foundation to build the kind of you know, edifice that people create. I mean, you have kids, you have this huge mortgage. A lot of people just cannot walk away.
They can't. It's a business arrangement, and they can't afford to walk away. It'll cripple them financially.
Exactly.
Jose, you're on the air.
deny them their children, all of these kind of things, and people just cannot take that risk, and so they have to look for something on the side.
The institution of marriage almost encourages you to cheat, is what you're saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Certainly the way that it is, organized today.
Yeah, they rope people in.
Are being devastated left and right by the demands that marriage puts on them.
Go ahead, Jerry. Or, let's see, Jose.
Yes, Howard, how are you?
What's up?
I've been doing it for almost 2 years already.
Cheating.
I've been happily married, but, I mean, things change after 10 years of marriage, man.
Right.
It's not the same, you know? And you see this nice little hottie, you know? I mean, it just, I don't know.
Yeah, and what's the harm? As long as you're discreet about it and you're not bringing stuff home. Don't bring home anything you can't wash off. You know?
She's married, I'm married. We've been doing it for 2 years.
Well, the harm, there is a harm. There is a harm. It does, if you are found out, and even... It also eventually leads to, I think, the breakup of a marriage. But
well, and you know what, Howard? I mean, you are absolutely right in that sense. I mean, it can have a really corrosive effect. There's no question about it. But there is also a difference.
Sometimes it helps.
Serial cheater and being somebody who's just looking for something on the side.
Right. Sometimes it helps. Sometimes it helps a guy stay in the marriage, and then he gets over it, and then he's happily married, I guess.
Well, let me ask you something. Would you suggest the serial kind of relationships as opposed to these long-term?
Oh, you mean like a serial marriage? Serial marriage?
No, she means
cheating.
Is it better to cheat with a lot of different girls? You know, they keep loving and dumping.
Relationship.
I'll answer that. I think it would be. I think it's better to have a relationship even in your cheating, because if you keep dumping people that frequently, someone's going to turn around and turn you in.
Absolutely, the risk is really great when you are casting a wide net like that.
Yeah, especially with all the kooks out there.
Yeah, you bet.
All right, real good. Okay, so the book is Judith E. Brandt's book, The 50-Mile Rule, available where books are sold. For more information, go to 50milerule.com. That's 50milerule.com. All right, Judith, thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Later.
Bye-bye.
Well, she's got a lot of info, that broad. About cheating.
According to my map, Morristown, New Jersey is 50 miles away.
Yeah, can you give outside of Manhattan the 50-mile radius? There you go. Mike, you're on the air.
Yeah, you know those 4 little words, man? It's cheaper to keep it.
Well, absolutely. Any guy who's married, and this is why I think marriage is completely screwed, because I think marriage encourages you to cheat, because the penalty financially is so high.
Yeah.
That guys just go, you know what? I'm not leaving my house to go live in a small apartment with a hot plate.
Yeah, you'll never be able to get a girl the way you'll have to live.
And the guy goes, I love my kids. I want to see them because the courts totally screw you. That does encourage you.
You won't have any money to date.
Yeah, I know a guy who had to go back to his wife because he was living with a hot plate. I mean, it was horrible. I mean, he didn't want to be with her, but he said, my God, I'm living like I'm in goddamn Afghanistan here.
Yeah.
I think the key is to marry someone who's really dumb. So when you say someone fell out of the ceiling,
she believes
they go with it.
They go, yeah, well, we got to fix that ceiling.
Yeah, that could lead to marital problems, that ceiling.
Got to marry a hot, retarded shit.
Okay, let's go to Mike. Mike, go ahead.
Yeah, Howard, I think Artie's right. But you see, you got to marry some chick from the other side. You can't marry an American girl because they're ruined with all these laws and everything else like that. Because let me tell you something. And law has ruined the institution of marriage. On the other side, like a girl from South America, she listens. I mean, you don't got to hit her unless she deserves it. But, they listen, and that's the key.
What a sensitive man you are. Thank you for the call. Jerry, go ahead. You're on the air.
Good morning, guys.
Hey.
The Suchi mom is making it sound like too much work. It should be easier to just get a prostitute, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I would. Prostitutes though for guys, it's a real bummer when you have to go to a prostitute. When although even in a dating situation you're always paying, but the fact of the matter is, the hooker thing is just real depressing.
There must be like a special kind of guy who can go to a hooker and have a good time because he doesn't care that she's not really into him.
Yeah, I know. Well, you know what? I would think, though, going to one of these, as he says, Japanese massage girls and getting some hand release can help you out a lot.
Really?
Yeah, that's fun.
That's okay. You don't mind that. You think you could handle that?
Yeah, I think I would like that.
You have to ask Artie about that, right, Artie?
I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
Right.
I know of a great massage parlor 51 miles from here.
Well, let's go to, who's this? I don't know. Hi, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard.
Hey.
Hey, what she was talking about all the technology and stuff that you guys, that able to be caught with cell phones and emails and everything. A buddy of mine a few weeks ago just bought a brand new Mercedes, an S500. And in that thing, they have that onboard command system thing, the navigation deal, whatever. Well, apparently his wife knew more about the car than he did. He was out all night. She called that 1-800-MERCEDES number, and they can locate the car, kind of like LoJack, but they tell you exactly where the friggin' car is.
Oh, right.
Goodness.
You're kidding me.
And so he got, she was like, hey, where's my car? I can't find it. And, she kind of reported it like it was stolen, but I just need to locate my car. They gave her the address. She drove over there. His car is there. She knocks on the door, and there he comes, right out the door with a robe on. Stone cold busted.
Moral of the story, buy a Chevy.
Yeah,
Exactly.
these expensive cars will just get you into trouble.
Yeah.
And they don't have that in the Cavalier.
Too much. Well, there it is. The rules of cheating. If you're going to go that route, 50milerule.com. And find out about the book, 50 Mile Rule. Whew. Yeah, go ahead, FX. You're on the air.
Oh, what's up, Howard?
Hey.
Hey, I can't get over the deal that went down this weekend with Stuttering John. What do you think about that? I mean, do you think he reacted properly or what?
Mr. X, you mean? Robin's boyfriend?
Yeah.
No, I think he overreacted. I think
No. I mean, how John?
I think John shouldn't fart at the table with a bunch of people, but I thought Mr. X had an overreaction of pouring water on them. Yeah, I would say.
I would think it would have made you uncomfortable.
What, the farting?
No, Mr. X's reaction, because John's a friend of yours. You know John. You know how he is. But I don't know. I just it reminded me of OJ. I don't know why. I hate to say that. I know Mr. X is a good guy and everything, but
very good guy.
It seems like he may have some kind of I don't know.
Anger issue.
Yeah.
Well, OJ did start with water, Robin.
And a lot of people don't know this, but Nicole did fart that night at dinner. Look out! And, look, that's
the
gross.
door's open. Please leave.
Thank you for weighing in on that. Mike, go ahead. You're on the air. Yeah, Mike. No, Mike. Let's go to, Shuli, our old friend Shuli.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey, Howard, I talked to you before about that Bravo channel.
Yes.
Inside the Actor Studio, that show.
Yeah, I love that show.
Yeah, they got those 8 questions at the end of the show, and they're like the most pretentious questions.
Yeah, I don't even know the 8 questions, but
You've never stayed till the end?
No.
But they're silly questions.
Yeah, I wrote them down. I wanted to ask you and see what you thought, what your answers were.
Go ahead.
All right, number 1, what makes you laugh?
See, I'd be stumped already.
Right.
Well, let me tell. What's the name of the host of that show?
James Lipton, I think.
Mr. Lipton, the A1 ass kisser of all time.
He should have a cape, that guy. He's like super ass kisser.
I'll tell you what makes me laugh. The Three Stooges. That makes me laugh.
Howard, what makes you cry?
Lilies on a pond. What makes me cry? When I think about my father.
Howard, what's your favorite sound?
The sound of the sound of John's fart, and then the water on his lap. What's your favorite sound, he asked?
Yeah, wait, this is great.
You know what? Who the hell has a favorite sound? My favorite sound kind of ties in with what makes me laugh. I like the sound of a deaf guy trying to speak English.
Well, a lot of them say children laughing.
Yeah, children laughing. Pete Townsend
Look at where it got him.
Howard, what's your least favorite sound?
My least favorite sound? Tom's voice. Tom Chisano's voice.
Howard, what turns you on?
What turns me on?
Yeah.
F.
Howard, what turns you off?
Artie.
Good, you're normal.
Howard, what's your favorite curse word?
Easy. Hate.
No, he means like a 4-letter word.
No, I know. I'm just...
hate.
I'm trying to be like an actor, like a serious actor. Hate does, Robin.
4-letter word.
4-letter word? What 4-letter word don't I like or like?
What's your favorite curse word if you have to pick a curse word?
The F word. Because I like it.
And the final question, Howard, hypothetically, if there's a heaven, when you get there, what would you like to hear God say to you?
I'd like to hear God say, Shuli is a sea sucker. And then follow it up with the F word.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good night from the Actors Studio. Thank you, Shuli.
Hey, Howard.
Yeah.
I just, you know this whole SUV boycott thing that's going on?
Yeah.
I read this, I got this article off the internet that outs these celebrities that are behind the boycott but yet have SUVs.
Yeah, I read that on the air yesterday.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
About Norman Lear. He's got the 21-car garage.
But he's against, he's for the environment.
Yeah, he's totally for the environment.
And the big gas guzzlers. I drive an SUV, but I'm not trying to clean up the environment.
Yeah, I sometimes think about it, and then I go fill up.
Yeah. I took out a loan the other day to fill up.
I know, those things
They are gas guzzlers.
Yeah. All right, hey, Shuli, I got to go, dude.
All right, man.
All right, later.
Bye.
That's Shuli.
Shut James Lipton up immediately. What?
Hey, Howard.
Oh,
sorry, Artie.
I thought I hung up on you, Shuli.
No, Howard, I just want to say I got a comedy show this Friday out here in Vegas.
Really?
At the New City Theater, and every Friday night I'll be doing it there. I'm hosting the show.
All right.
People come on out, New City Theater.
Look at Shuli getting into the show business.
Hey, it's a new year.
Hey, now.
Yeah. Sorry, Artie, what was that?
If you want to shut James Lipton up at the beginning of that, what makes you laugh? Kitty porn? Good night from the Actors Studio.
Had it with you.
Damn you.
All right, look, I got to take a break. When we come back, I got a whole bunch of onions to play for you. I got to read your email.
Nice.
We're over at the American Music Awards. Our reporter, Gary Garver, was down there.
Oh, wonderful.
And also, we've got a great game for you. Maybe we'll just play it here in the studio.
What's that?
Well, we're going to give you a quote, and you have to decide if Mike Tyson or George Bush said it.
Oh, I like that.
It's a great game. We'll be back right after these words. Boy, the guys from Bally's just gave me a nice birthday gift.
Oh, what'd they give you?
Bally's Total Fitness gave me a $500 gift certificate at Mercer Kitchen Restaurant.
Ooh, you love that place.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you. 500.
Jeez.
I might have
You
to
could
take
take
someone.
a couple of people.
At least 4.
Someone's getting an extra appetizer.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Give me 2 of those little truffle pizzas.
Hey, those are good.
Extra truffles. Maybe I'll take John and Mr. X with me.
Oh, boy. There's an exciting night.
Yeah.
The 500 could pay for the broken chair over John's head.
Yeah, well, maybe I'll have to take my buddies out to dinner. That's leaving me for the weekend. She's got to go to L.A., do some stuff.
She's got a job.
Got a job, so.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, how are you going to get along with the dog alone?
Well, a couple of days I'm actually, my breeder is going to take care of her because I've got to do some stuff with my family. I'm doing my family birthday party.
Uh-huh.
And,
So you're taking the dog back?
Not back, but.
Yes, you are.
Well, I need help. The dog is on antibiotics, so she pees 24 times a day, so it's very, very vigorous. But either that or tranquilizer for the weekend. The things are going great with the dog,
Tranquilizer? Why would you have to tranquilize?
I'm joking.
Oh.
Things are going great with the dog.
Yeah, but you've never been alone with the dog.
No, that I couldn't handle.
You're going to be alone, though, right? For a couple of days at least.
Yeah, well, I can handle. But the dog is very easy. You know what? I was doing too much.
We'll see.
I was doing too much. This dog requires 0 exercise.
But you have to take the dog down every 2 hours now.
Yeah, you do. It's hard.
I can handle things. I'm smart.
And do you know how to administer the antibiotic?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very easy. I slip it to her in her food.
All right, it's nothing you have to put into her mouth. And
No, but I had it one time. One time I had to just put it in her mouth. I did it. You just push it down the back of the throat and let her go for it.
All right.
Whoa.
But no.
That's sexy.
Any cleaning of the tail needing to be done?
I've done that. I've cleaned the folds. I've done it all.
All right.
I've done it all.
Okay.
I'm not that bad. I'm telling you.
I'm just waiting to see what happens. Unfortunately, we won't have the experience of an entire weekend.
I do need Beth to care for the dog with me. I'll admit that.
Oh, chicks are just better at that, you know?
They sure are.
I mean, come on.
Yeah. Beth is so good at it. I'm like, wish you'd show me this kind of attention. Hey, look. It's the new year, and I was going to do a show where we basically went over the year's events and what the highlights of the year were.
Right.
And I was looking at the list, and I was like, some of these things you don't want to remember, but I would like to mention someone who I think every year I should mention.
Who?
And it'll shock you that I mention his name. I mentioned the name Abby Hoffman. I was thinking about him the other day. It just popped into my mind like that. He used to be...
He wasn't here last year.
No, he wasn't here last year. He's been dead a while now, but I wanted to mention him because I think too many people forget about the guy. I considered him to be a hero. A protester against the war in Vietnam. Our government got us in and refused to get us out. A guy who was always a revolutionary, looked out for the environment. I liked him. And I miss him, and I'm remembering him here on the radio. Abby Hoffman. You can remember anyone you want right now, Robin. Now's your chance.
Well, see, now this is... You had time to think about
That's
Abby.
True. You want to think of someone?
I'll think about it.
I did that as a deflection so you couldn't say my thing was stupid. You have to come up with one of your own.
That's nice.
But I remember Abby.
Wait a minute. You were talking about updating from just last year.
I know, and the only thing I come up with is Abby Hoffman. No, there was a couple of things. I could have played you Artie and Dana meeting. It's been a year.
Right. That's right. They experienced their anniversary.
Benji had a whole list of things. I don't even remember. We had a list of stuff that we were going to do, but ultimately...
But Abby was what you decided.
I thought of Abby. I did. I liked Abby a lot. And I miss him. Yeah. I thought he was a good guest.
He was definitely a good guest.
He was great on here.
And he was a free thinker, and you need more people like that in the world. Guys who are out there. And I liked him. And that's who I thought of. All right, F you all.
What?
I'm trying to be a little bit...
I'm wiping a tear from my...
You know what song makes me emotional?
What?
That Stain song they played this morning. I'm on the outside.
What makes you cry? The Stain song.
It doesn't make me cry so much.
I'm only referring back to the 8 question.
Yeah,
Just makes you what?
I like it.
Abby Hoffman?
Maybe, I don't know. So I'm not even sure what the song's about. But I like it. Quite frankly, I never thought Stained would have another good song. But it's a good song, isn't it?
I love this song.
You love this song. He kept using so many dirty words, I know that you heard half the interview.
Yeah, it was a good interview, except you didn't hear it.
Yeah. I don't know what that was. I don't understand why he did that, but... I don't have any problem with the F word or the S word. It's just that the government does. They, for some reason, think you can't hear it, even though every 3-year-old knows all those words already. Like, I don't understand why Martin gets uptight about talking about Eddie Murphy and stuff.
Yeah, all he has to do is say, we don't have a problem.
Yeah.
But right away, don't mention it. Don't say Eddie.
Now, that's my boy. Now, that's my partner.
That's my dog.
That's my dog. Anyway, that's why I think he does 10-minute interviews. Gets out of the room real quick.
To answer any questions.
Well, anyway, Martin Lawrence, new movie coming out.
Yeah.
And check it out. National Security.
He's a funny man.
Funny man.
And so is Steve Zahn.
Who's that?
That's the other guy in the movie.
White guy?
It's another one of those bloody movies where it's a black guy and a white guy.
Yeah, it's like the one where the white guy wants to obey the rules and he's real straightforward and isn't street smart, but Martin is.
Oh, there's a new plot line.
Martin's like, come on, man, let's break the rules. Let's do this the right way. And he's like, oh, come on now. Come on, Jerome.
So it's a white guy and a black guy.
Yeah.
But the white guy's uptight, and the black guy knows everything, even though he's not a professional.
Right. He has unconventional methods that always work.
Right.
They're both security guards.
Yeah.
One's the, straight arrow security guard, and the other one's like he's off the chart.
I see.
Steve Zahn's job in this movie is probably, most of the time, he goes, that's not regulation, Jerome. Come on, man, listen up, man. We do this right.
The only different movie I really saw was Lethal Weapon because the white guy's nuts and the black guy...
Right. It's the sane one.
It's the sane one. They mixed it up a little.
Danny Glover's conservative in that.
Yeah. And then Mel Gibson's crazy.
Mel Gibson's
he's pulling his gun out every minute. He's completely out of control. He doesn't play by the rules.
He might even shoot himself. He's so great.
It's like sitting there listening to a guy in a therapy session.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, all of his songs are like that.
I mean, his mother was the most effed up woman on the planet, according to Eminem.
According to him, yeah.
Yeah. He says she had that Van Munchausen's disease.
Right, that she used to hurt him and make him sick so that she'd get attention.
Yeah. And he manages in one song to sum up his entire relationship with his mother. And I think that's pretty good.
That's why he's Eminem?
Yeah, I like the lyrics. I got to admit, I had to sit and listen to it. I said, the guy's selling so many albums, somebody must be hearing something.
I'm just reading in the paper today that Daniel Day-Lewis, in order to get into his role as Billy the Butcher in that movie Gangs of New York, he would work out to Eminem songs.
Really?
Yeah, and that's how he kept up the rage. Did you see Christina Aguilera last night?
I did. She looked horrible.
Yeah,
well, first of all, she doesn't, when she wears clothes, it's real boring.
Oh.
And she technically, she wasn't wearing anything hot. And then she did her hair like in gray. She looked like an old bag lady. She looked like Mrs. Robinson.
Yeah, I said, wait a minute, she looks like Sylvia Miles.
I know, it wasn't hot. And when she wears clothes, I was like, is she going to take something off? And then when she sang, she has a very good voice, but the songs are horrible.
I guess she's writing her own song.
Yeah, or something, because it was just a boring, horrible performance that was almost impossible to sit and watch.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, she does sing well.
She needed to be naked. I thought she was going to show her ass and her boobs.
Where was the dancing? Where was everything?
It was horrible. She wanted to show that.
She's a real talent.
Yeah. All right, couple of phone calls, and we'll do the news. Rob, go ahead, baby. And then, we got to play that game, too. George Bush or Mike Tyson, who said it?
I would like to do that.
Yeah. And Casey was going to tell me about Pete Townsend, but I don't know that I want to hear any more about that.
What does he know?
He knows nothing. I know he's a big fan of Pete Townsend, and also Casey's a pedophile, so...
So they have that in common.
Yeah. What do you want to tell me?
I wonder why you can't get Eminem on the air. Have him play Lionel Ring Toss.
I've had Eminem on the air.
You have?
Yeah, he's been on the show.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was wondering, because it'd be fun to listen and play some anal ring toss.
Okay, thanks.
I don't know if that fits in his vacation plans from fame.
I had Eminem on a long time ago.
When he first blew up with Slim Shady.
Slim Shady, right. Yeah, he's a nice guy. Then I went to his concert. I had a great time. Very good concert. I was raving about it when I got back on the air. Very, very theatrical, too.
But what, because when we saw him with Fred Durst of Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
What happened to that group?
Limp Bizkit?
Yeah.
Limp Bizkit went limp?
Yeah.
They were the big stars. Eminem was just coming up.
In fact, when Eminem was on our show, for the first time he revealed the Munchausen by proxy syndrome, which then ended up in all the tabloids after he revealed it on our show.
Not only that, didn't his mother demand audio tapes of the show?
She was going to sue him, sue me, sue everyone.
Well, I think we had a lot to do with that song.
We did. He came screaming out of his closet with that stuff.
Yeah.
And heard me on Howard Stern.
Quite frankly, that's where it all went down. So, yeah, we had Eminem on. Then I went to the concert. Went with my daughter. We had a blast. And we took Ross Zapin. Ross was counseling my daughter and her friends about how to hook up with guys.
Really?
And Ross, of course, was trying to pick up a stripper while we were at the Eminem concert with the kids.
So good to have around the kids.
Yeah, but, you can't blame him. He was drinking.
Yeah, that makes it okay.
I go, kids, you see Ross? You don't want to do anything he's doing.
I always come back to, we went to a wedding together, and Ross was shushing me like I'm out of control.
Yeah. That'll be the day. Mike, you're on the air.
Yesterday, Dick Clark said you're going to see something you never saw before with Shania Twain.
Yeah, what was it?
She was singing on stage, and she comes down into the orchestra, then she starts climbing up these stairs, and she went up to the balcony, and she finished the song up in the balcony.
Is that what he was talking about?
Real cutting edge, Dick.
Yeah, way to go.
I sat there and watched that performance, and I said, you mean it's the climbing, the stairs that we've never seen before?
She finished with the little people, the fans, up in the balcony, I guess.
I thought that she was going to spread her labia or something cool.
She looked good, though, I tell you.
I'll tell you, that girl is so smoking hot.
Yep.
Is she?
Oh, my Lord, does she look good. First of all, she was wearing all white on the American Music Awards, which on TV puts weight on you. That girl's got a smoking body. She's dressed in tight white pants and
I don't think it was true
bikini
white.
top.
That was true white. And a bikini top, and she looked good. I can't stand the music, but Jesus Christ, I could care less what she sings about.
All those songs sound the same.
Gary Garver was there. He did get a hold of her and interview her, but it's a kind of a lame interview. She's offended by everything. I mean, she seems like a real moron, but wow. Hey, Andy, you're on the air.
Hey, what's up, Howard? I got to ask you a question. I'm a big fan of the show, and part of the show is listening when the fans call when you have guests on.
Yes.
Do some guys have like a contract or a deal where they don't take phone calls?
No, I made that reference to Martin Lawrence because I had 10 minutes with him, so I couldn't even have time to get to the phones. There was a lot of good questions on the phones, but we only had him for 10 minutes.
Oh, the fans are so brutal. That's the best part.
It is the best part, but what can I tell you? I mean, we had 10 minutes. I said, next time you come in, I'm opening the phones up, which will be in about 8 years.
Yeah, another 8 years.
Your show has gotten so much better, I got to tell you.
Thank you.
Let me ask you a question. Any chance of playing that Jeff the Bush game?
All right, I'll play with you.
Cool.
All right, Casey, bring in the Bush game. Bush or Mike Tyson. You just tell us which one. Let me see if I got a prize for you. I don't even think I have a prize, being right honest with you. We do have a prize?
Yeah. Gary said we can give him a watch from Steven Singer Jewels.
Oh, those guys are great. Steven Singer Jewelers. Love those guys in Philadelphia. You want to watch?
Sure. Thank you, Howard.
All right, here we go. Now, here's how you get the what. How many questions we got there?
You want to give him 2 out of 3.
How many you got there?
Oh, I got about 4 and 4. 5 and 5.
You got 10 statements.
Yeah.
4 and 4. 5 and 5.
Casey speak takes me a while to understand. So you have 10 questions. What if we say we give him 5? If he gets 3 right,
He gets the watch.
he gets the watch, okay? Just tell us George Bush or Mike Tyson. Let's play the game.
Okay.
Welcome to the feud.
They misunderestimated me.
They misunderestimated me.
Right.
Instead of saying they underestimated me, they misunderestimated me. Who said it, Mike Tyson or George Bush?
Mike Tyson.
Wrong, it's George Bush.
Oh, my.
Wow.
It's our commander-in-chief.
It's our commander-in-chief.
The game is on.
They misunderestimated me?
The president.
Jesus Christ. I would have bet Mike Tyson. I would have bet the farm Mike Tyson said that. All right, that's one wrong, but you got plenty more to go.
I guess I'm going to fade into Bolivian.
I guess I'm going to fade into Oblivion.
God, it's hard.
Mike Tyson or George Bush?
I think that's
Say Tyson again.
I'm going to say Tyson.
I think Tyson.
Gotta be.
Oblivion.
It's Mike Tyson.
All right, you're on the scoreboard.
I'm gonna fade into oblivion.
Go ahead, number 3.
Let me put it to you this way. I am not a revengeful person.
Let me put it to you this way. I am not a revengeful person. It should be an avenging person? What is he trying to say there? Or a person who takes revenge?
Right, something like that. But I know that's wrong.
I'm not a revengeful person.
I'm not vengeful.
Vengeful, yeah. Go ahead.
Say Tyson.
That's George Bush.
Yeah,
George Bush.
What?
You've got 2 wrong, dude. You got to get the next 2 right.
All right, you got 2 more left, and you got to get them both right. Go ahead.
I think we agree. The past is over.
I think we agree the past is over.
Sounds like Bush.
Got to be Bush, right? Just Bush. Okay.
2 right.
I think we agree the past is over.
That's why in every picture Hussein is smiling.
2 right, 2 wrong. All comes down to the 5th question.
In all our endeavorments, we have to be strong, brave, and courageous.
In all our endeavorments, we have to be strong, brave, and courageous.
Is it courageous or courageous?
Courageous.
Courageous.
What do you think, Howard?
Ah, jeez. You can go either way on this one. I'm going to say...
I think this is very presidential.
I think it could be Tyson.
In all our endeavorments. I got to say it in that voice.
Endeavorments.
All our endeavorments.
Say it in the Mike Tyson voice.
In all our endeavorments, we have to be courageous. We have to be courageous.
And brave.
In my brave endeavorments.
I could see that going either way, but I would probably say it's Tyson. But you say it's Bush.
Say the president.
All right, you got to decide, dude.
I'll say Bush.
Sorry, it's Tyson.
Oh!
Endeavorments is a little much.
Endeavorments.
No.
Brother, you don't win.
Is there a handicap bonus question?
No, I'm sorry.
Howard, I'm a big fan.
All right, one last question. If you get this one right, I can never conduct a proper contest.
That's why we love you.
If you get this one right, I'll give you the watch.
You're not Alex Trebek.
Go ahead.
I must be the stupidest person in the world.
I must be the stupidest person in the world. That's got to be Tyson, I think. I think that's Tyson.
I think so.
You say Tyson?
You know why Bush is too arrogant to admit that he's stupid?
I'll go with Howard.
Tyson.
He's right.
Ah, You get the watch.
You get the watch. Gee, I thought KC might have said that last week.
He could. Nobody would dispute it.
Steven Singer Jewelers in Philadelphia. What a fantastic place. And you win a watch from Steven Singer Jewelers. I love those guys. Thanks.
That'll be a fine.
Thank you, Howard. I love you, buddy.
Love you, too. What else? You got a couple more?
Yeah.
Let me hear it.
You gentlemen have no idea what it's like to be myself.
That's Tyson.
I think Tyson, yeah. I remember him saying that.
Yeah, that's Tyson.
Okay.
Reading is the basics for all learning.
That is the president.
That's Bush.
Yeah.
Reading is the basics.
The important question is, how many hands have I shaked?
I'd say it's Bush.
Oh, no, that's the president.
Yes, it is.
Oh, my goodness.
I said that, too. Yeah. Endeavorance.
One more?
Of course, you know my defenses are impregnable.
That's
Tyson,
Tyson?
yeah.
My defenses are impregnable.
My defenses are impregnable. In every endeavorance, I'm going to beat up my shoes. I want to beat up my tool shed.
It's just too hard for me to get emotional. I can't cry no more.
That's Tyson.
Tyson?
Yeah.
Some of these are obvious.
Yeah, and I got some of these quotes from, there's a calendar called They Underestimated Me.
Casey Armstrong.
You can get it on Amazon.com. I know you can get it there.
All right, thank you, Casey, for that game.
By the way, Tyson just settled his divorce with his second wife, and I don't know how long they were married, but he has to pay her $6 million
in the future.
In future earnings.
Yeah.
And then she gets a couple of houses out of the deal. He got to keep that Las Vegas place.
Isn't that nice? He gets to keep something.
Yeah, for all the fighting and
because he knows what he's doing.
Right.
KC, I want you to put together a game for me. Who said it? Gary the Retard or KC?
Oh.
And pull clips from the show. Thank you. All right, we got to take a break, Rob. When we come back, we're going to do the news. We'll tell you about the American Music Awards. I got some tapes here.
All right.
Maybe we'll talk about pedophilia.
We'll talk about Pete Townsend. I don't know about...
Chauncey says he knows something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Chauncey right in there. We got a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, I didn't even get to anything I had to get to. A couple of emails came in. Let's see what we got here. Here's some comforting words for Artie. Please don't be sad, Artie. I love you. Everyone loves you, and it makes us sad to hear you're sad. You don't need no stinking psychiatrist.
Oh.
Isn't that nice?
Artie in therapy.
You know, the whole time we were standing around the bar on Saturday, that's all I wanted to talk about. But I said, no, I can't. Artie doesn't want to talk about it.
No, I'll talk about it in I mean, you know.
Oh, okay.
I mean, but...
He's got something's going on. He must have a bunch of issues.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. I want to know what prompted this.
Somebody put him in therapy. Either Dana or his mother or somebody.
No, I mean, I felt it would help me. Which is the real reason you should be in therapy, right? I mean, no one's going to make me do anything.
No, but people have said things to you, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, maybe after the roast contest, I needed some therapy.
No, who said something to you to get you into therapy? You're not coming clean.
Here's the honest truth. I thought that it would help me a little bit.
With what?
It just, you know, I don't know. I mean, a lot of crazy stuff happened with my old man, and I don't know if I'm fully over that.
How is that coming up for you, though?
I mean, I don't know. I felt I needed to talk to somebody who might be a professional.
I don't buy what he's saying.
I don't either.
But when I brought it up, I got a resounding yes.
I see.
From who? Your mom or Dana?
My mother, my sister, Dana. They all agreed that, yeah, that's probably necessary.
What's your sister, your mother, and Dana think is your problem? Eating?
Well, yeah, they think I do a lot of self-destructive things still, you know.
Drinking, eating, gambling.
Well, I mean, drinking, I don't drink nearly as much as I used to, but when I don't.
Yeah, because you have a job.
The fact of the matter is I don't. I mean, I could.
Well, that's because we keep you busy half the day.
Well, thank you. And but when I do drink, it's probably a little too much, and the eating can get ridiculous.
So who out of those three people put you over the top to go see a psychiatrist?
None of them.
All right. He's not ready to talk
let me
about
tell you something.
Yeah.
They were all equally into it, into the idea.
But when did it occur to you that you might need to talk to somebody? What was going on for you?
I don't know. Maybe throwing up outside the limo.
Yeah?
It was going through my head.
Yeah, after the two subs that you stole from the
four?
steal.
Well, they were free.
They were free.
cheesesteaks they were.
Yeah.
I mean, stuff like that happens, and you're 35 years old. You go, you know what? Maybe
there's a problem.
Yes, the formula's not working correctly.
All right. Honest enough.
I mean, you know what? Honestly, I have a lot in my life that I would hate to lose right now, especially, and I want to make sure I don't lose it. That's all right. How's that sound?
Sounds like his girlfriend.
Well, that's one of them.
Was she threatening you?
No, there's no threats being made. Come on.
All right.
I don't think Artie needs to be threatened. He's lost enough in his life.
He knows.
Not out of control by any means. I'm just helping myself out a little bit.
Well, there was one moment on Saturday.
What'd you say?
That I looked over.
Oh, no.
And Artie just had this look on his face. It was the most depressed I've ever seen him look.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because usually he's, buoyant and animated.
Buoyant for sure. Like a beach ball.
Yeah. Right.
But it was like a moment that you were, because you were sitting next to him. Your conversation was directed away from him, and Dana's conversation was directed toward the other end of the table, and Artie was just sitting there with a drink in his hand.
Am I connecting with anyone?
Tony Soprano out.
Connecting, and the look on his face, I was like, wow, maybe he's really depressed. I just looked at you.
Actually, Mr. X yelled over to me, "Hey, Artie, cheer up."
Yeah, maybe you saw it too.
And that's a guy with anger issues.
I mean, look.
You scared him?
Yeah.
It took a while for the birthday cake to come out. And
Artie down 3 pieces of birthday cake. Everyone else was being careful.
You know what I did?
He took mine, he took Beth's, he took his own.
And there were desserts before the birthday cake, weren't there?
Yes.
And he took a couple of those.
Those were good.
That birthday cake was amazing.
Everything was really good.
Really good, yeah. And
who even knows if it was that good? Artie just thinks everything's amazing.
When you're eating that fast, do you really taste anything?
Yeah.
What is it, high pitch?
Hey, Howard, what's up, man? Hey, I'm not creepy, man.
No. You're creepy.
Happy birthday song.
As Artie says, you send the creepy meter you pin it right up against the 10.
Oh, by the way, Howard, do you know I'm doing comedy shows now with Casey?
All right. Bunch of people still hate Cabby in the email. A lot of people, I got tons of email. Hurry up and release that uncensored E-show. Thanks.
Oh, they want to see it.
Yeah, who doesn't? It's going to be good tape. But we're really trying to do a good job with
Probably the Hot 25, whetted their appetite.
Yeah. Whetted mine. A lot of people want Stuttering John off the show. They say the only bad thing about Jackie leaving is that John became a co-host. He's so talentless, but somehow gets bigger and bigger thanks to Howard. He really sucks. You stopped Hero of the Stupid. He never leaves the studio, and he's in every bit. I don't know who decided he should be a third co-host, but to force a guy on your audience who has no talent for the radio other than a fake stutter is a bad thing. He used to be great when he was a tool, but now he gets respect, and he truly doesn't deserve any. A lot of people didn't like that Bon Jovi called in on my birthday. They say, look, we've had enough of that John Bon Homo and his boring voice. F him. Why the F do we have to hear from that fag? He makes the worst music in the world and looks like a thin Nicole Bass. F you and your love of homo music. Well, someone very adamant about
John Bon Jovi.
Here's another one. 1 BG down and about 4 more to go. 4 more to go.
Where would the other 2 come from?
When will it be Bon Jovi's turn? Boy, a lot of angry Bon Jovi dudes. A lot of people angry with Mr. X for his abuse of Stuttering John.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Here's a couple for you, Robin. Please let Mr. X come and bother me when I'm out. I would love to wipe the floor with him. People need to teach this a-hole a lesson. Figures Robin would date an a-hole. Here's another guy says it's just black rage from 250 years of black oppression. This one's very racist. Let her rip.
Others were just racist.
Yeah. This is very racist. This is racist squared. Birthday party or not, if that nigger had poured water in my lap, I would have gotten right up and punched him in the effing face. As much of a tool as John is, nobody deserves that treatment in a public place. I don't see why they have to go play the race card.
That's all they have in their hand.
Exactly. They're not playing with a full house.
Play what you have.
Robin this one refers to that Robin slipped when saying Mr. X's name and gave out his name, and she's worried that Mr. Hothead might give Robin a black eye or a fat lip for letting that slip out. And finally, it's just a matter of time before Mr. X goes, OJ, I'm Robin.
Hey, I won't be here to talk about it.
Hey, Mr. X has 2 fans, though.
Well,
I'd like to applaud Mr. X for putting Stuttering John in his place. It's about time somebody did. Stuttering John is a whining baby who always wants things his way and feels he should do whatever he wants despite what effect it'll have on other people. Stuttering John, you are an effing baby. It's people like you that are wrong with this world. I'm shocked that you somehow have friends and family that still talk to you. Your wife should divorce you and marry someone else because she deserves a better husband. And that man should adopt your kids because your kids deserve a father who's not going to put his interests ahead of his family's. So he applauds that Mr. X dumped water.
A fan.
Yeah.
Here's another one. 3 cheers to Mr. X for putting a-hole John in his place. It's about time somebody around that dumb F stopped being an accomplice to his asinine behavior. Here's a guy angry with Dick Clark. F you and F Dick Clark. Ask him about the film Bowling for Columbine. Effers. Why does Howard kiss his ass incessantly?
What does he have to do with Bowling for Columbine?
Don't know. Haven't seen Bowling for Columbine. Heard it's good. I know I'm supposed to see it, but I won't see it. It seems like it'll be boring.
It'll have to get a lot more convenient than being at a theater.
Yeah, I don't even know if it was in my house if I go see it. Steve, you're on the air.
Howard.
Yeah.
Artie's not coming clean. This was definitely his girlfriend sent him to the psychiatrist.
Yeah, I get a feeling that too.
You think he had an ultimatum?
Yeah.
Definitely. All this. I just want to make myself better. I don't want to lose what I got.
Yeah.
What's he got? He's got a girlfriend, which he never had.
Right.
Now he's got to go to a psychiatrist so he can get all fixed to be the pussy she wants.
Yeah. Make Artie
so go ahead, Artie. Get yourself remade. Maybe you work out. You get thin, too. You be a big fag. And your girlfriend will love you.
Well,
then she'll dump you. Then she'll dump you for a guy who's just like you, fat and funny and stuff.
Yeah.
This guy might not be
And
Sigmund
she'll
Freud.
start all over again.
This guy might not be Sigmund Freud, but he's making a few points.
Well, guess where you know what? I can't believe I'm about to admit this, but guess where I was the day the Giants played the 49ers?
No.
Buying a purse?
I was at a co-ed baby shower.
Artie. You missed the game?
No.
Hey, Howard, one other thing.
I barely got home in time to see it, though. Yeah. There was that little argument going on.
Co-ed baby shower.
Hey, Howard.
I'll tell you what, that $500 whore never made him go to therapy.
She liked him just the way.
She loved him long time. 2 times, actually. All right, dude.
Hey, Howard, one other thing. Is there any chance instead of making a tape, you could just take instead of the E-show and get on a cable network or something where you don't have to block everything out?
I am on a cable network, East Cable.
No, but I mean, like HBO or Showtime or somebody. So that
would be interesting. That would be interesting, but
you could take the best every week and put it on Saturday night, chop it up. You don't got to block anything out. You don't have to cut out language.
Good point. But I'm under contract to E, and who can resist being under contract to E? The treatment I get there these days is incredible. Thank you.
Love those pixels.
Got it. Yeah, I mean, no company pixels better than E. Except for Channel 9 in New York that literally pixelated the entire screen. I did a show for them.
How long have you known Gary?
I don't know, like 20 years? I don't know.
You should be ashamed for him not being invited to your birthday party.
It wasn't a birthday party, Chauncey. You don't know anything about it.
No.
Robin and I were going to go out to dinner for my birthday. And she said to me, do you want to have some more people? And I said, well, I usually get to go to dinner with John. I said, go out socially with John and his wife, and I go out with Ross and his girlfriend. So, there was, if you went more than 14 people, this is so boring. If you went more than 14 people, it turned into a whole big party. It was a couple of grand.
Gary should have been the first one invited.
No, Gary doesn't see me socially. You don't know anything about us and how we operate. Gary and I don't really see each other socially, and it wasn't going to be it's not even a birthday party. It was a group of people going to dinner. And quite frankly, it was a dinner party, and it was just a group of people who like to go out to dinner together. That was it. It wasn't a whole birthday. What do you think, I have a birthday party?
You could hear in Gary's voice. He came on the air yesterday. The guy was actually hurt.
You know what? I'm sorry. I can't take everybody in my life to that dinner. It was a dinner that other people were paying for, and You're wrong. You're wrong.
I don't think so.
I've invited Gary to many functions to my house. I've invited Gary to New Year's Eve. But I don't take Gary every time I go out to dinner. I can't do that. What do you think? Gary and I joined at the hip? And quite frankly, many times I ask Gary out, he tells me no because he's busy.
Even if he says no, it doesn't matter. It's
This is silly. I go out to dinner almost every weekend, and I go with different people. There are people who are left out.
Gary every weekend?
Of course I should, according to Chauncey.
This was a birthday gathering. That's what it was.
It was not.
Yes, it was.
It happened to be my birthday.
Birthday cake.
It was a cake that we ordered for dessert, and we called it a birthday cake because it happened to be my birthday.
That sounds like a birthday gathering.
No, it wasn't a birthday party. It wasn't a birthday party. Robin wasn't throwing me a birthday party.
It was haphazardly and very quickly planned. It wasn't like somebody was planning something for weeks in advance.
You know how many people? If I had a birthday party, I have so many people I'd have to invite.
Yeah, but Gary, I'm not trying to...
I go out to dinner some nights just with John and his wife, which is what I was going to do New Year's. And then New Year's Eve, Pat Menachie invited me to come with him and a group of people, and we all ended up together. But there was many people that Robin wasn't there. Maybe Robin should have been at a New Year's Eve party.
I think the fact that Lisa Lopez was there and that Gary wasn't even asked to come.
I see Linda and Booker socially almost 2 or 3 times a month.
Yeah, but this is a little different.
No, it wasn't. It was going out to dinner.
Different?
Because Gary's been there for 20 years.
This has nothing to do with work.
This was a 49th birthday gathering.
This has nothing to do with work. These are people I hang out with. I've become friendly with Artie and Dana. I've become friendly with John and Susanna.
I don't know. You should.
I invite people to lots of different functions.
Quite frankly, I invited myself.
Kinda, yeah. When she said she was paying, she gets invited. And I hang out with Dominic and Leslie a lot.
All the time, yeah.
I bet you spoke to Gary off the air, you'd be a little hurt.
I'm sure he might be because of its position that I had a big birthday party. I know other people. There were people who weren't even talking to me yesterday because of...
Oh, dear.
Yeah, it was...
See, and that's what we didn't want to have.
I just said...
It was just a little thing and a last-minute idea.
But I so don't care. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, you gotta understand, I know a lot of people, and everyone always feels real hurt because I'm famous. That's all it is. And it wasn't a birthday party. It was us sitting around having dinner.
We had been talking about, Mr. X and I taking you and Beth out.
That was it.
And that's how it started.
And we all felt uncomfortable with that, being alone together. And
oh, stop it. I didn't feel uncomfortable.
No, I'm joking.
At all.
Yes, go ahead, Bubba.
I mean, do you want to know what I'm really feeling?
Yeah.
Okay.
Please, go ahead.
I'm not necessarily offended. Yesterday was me sort of saying, like, I know that I can't come to everything, but just remember, like, I'm still around and I'd like to be invited.
I will invite you to many things. I will invite you to many things this summer. You will probably turn me down.
Not necessarily what happened on Saturday night.
You never invite me to anything.
I don't go anywhere.
So that's what I'm saying. So how do I know?
You have gatherings all the time. Like, even,
I don't have gatherings all the time. I go to dinner with Ross and Melissa a lot.
Well, that's a gathering.
You think me and Melissa and Ross?
Like on New Year's Eve, you went out with a bunch of friends.
I went with Stuttering John and his wife.
And
we
Ross?
Dinner plans. No Ross.
Didn't you say you went out with like 6 or 7 couples?
I went out with 25 people. Pat invited me to go out somewhere. How would I invite you?
No, I didn't know that.
You're ashamed of Gary.
No, he's not ashamed of me.
Not ashamed of him. How would I invite you to Pat's? Pat had some people to dinner.
But I didn't know that. You just said, "Oh, I'm going out with a bunch of guys to dinner tonight."
I was already committed to going out with John and Susanna. I enjoyed going out with them. And then Pat called me. I said, gee, I have plans already with people. He said, bring them. So I brought them. And that was it.
But I'm not even offended about Saturday night. I think I would have been more offended if Fred would have been invited. Like, then it would have been I was the only one on the show that was invited. But
Fred wasn't invited.
That's what I'm saying.
It wasn't that kind of thing.
By the way, Howard, one more thing.
Chauncey, let me ask you something. Every time you go out, you invite every single person you know?
It's etiquette. It's just asking.
Etiquette? How could I ask 50,000 people? I'm not making a birthday party. It was Robin asking me to dinner.
It's one person that's been your producer for 20 years.
Yeah, but we don't go out socially. This was Robin inviting me to dinner. What is your point? I don't invite someone. I didn't invite every one of my friends to go to dinner with
Howard,
me.
this is not your issue in this particular case. Robin should have called me.
No,
Robin
should have. Robin asked me. She goes, do you want anyone to come? I said, well, if you want, why don't you call Dominic and Leslie and John and Susanna? And she said to me, what about Linda Booker? I said, fine, give Ross and Melissa, and we'll go out to dinner. It'll be very nice. And that's exactly how it happened. And that was it. And the next thing I know, Robin's boyfriend's throwing water on people.
Yeah, you missed being thrown water on.
That's right.
You should be happy.
I'm sure my name came up right after, like, what about Jeff the Drunken Hypercheric?
No.
Beth said to me,
my goodness.
Beth said to me, if Artie's coming and John's coming, you better invite Gary. And I said, wait a second. This is Robin asking us to dinner. I'm not going to load up 25, 30 people and have her pay for it. There's just no way I'm doing that. And that was it.
Yeah, 2 more wouldn't have killed you.
No.
It would have made another table, and then you'd have been sitting at a table with your wife. You would have been.
Yeah, and what fun is that?
Robin, I think it would have been nice just to ask Gary. Just to ask.
Oh, Chauncey, you're busting
By the way,
it would have been nice to be
one last thing.
Of course, if it had been a birthday party, it would have been nice to have been asked.
But it certainly sounded like one.
It wasn't.
It was
a dinner gathering.
But why was there a gathering? Why did Robin get a bunch of people together for dinner? What was the hold on? What was the reason?
Robin had given me a present for Christmas. That was a dinner at a very nice restaurant. She said, let's the 4 of us go to the dinner. I called up and found out that place wasn't even open over Christmas. So then it was like, hey, let's get together for dinner. I'm talking to Robin. I said, I'm going to go out to dinner this weekend. Would you like to go with me to dinner? She said, sure. Then she called on the phone and said, if you want to take some people to dinner, I would like to take some people to dinner. I said, oh, great. I said, what, like 6 people, 8 people? She says, well, if you want, we could do like a table of 10. I said, okay. I said, listen, I always see Melissa and Ross and give Artie and Dana a call. And John and Susanna, I always see them.
Artie and Dana was probably because originally I had also decided that I wanted to take Artie and Dana and Howard and Beth out to dinner because of our newly weird game experience.
Yeah, it was a whole thing.
Right.
A lot of different things.
And there's a whole other way to think of it, too.
Dominic a dinner, even though he'll never let me pay.
Dominic goes out to dinner with me every weekend practically during the summer, and he's one of those guys I was like, well, yeah, I'd like to return the favor. It wasn't a birthday party. It just wasn't.
But another way to look at it...
I've invited you to many gatherings.
Is that you and Robin put your heads together and neither of you thought of me?
No,
that's not true.
That's what it sounded like.
All.
Maybe that's what it sounded like, but it's not true. I'd like to get together with you.
I get, Howard, when I told him it's going to expand beyond one table... No. When I told him it's going to expand beyond one table, he said, let's stop it here.
If you had that group there... Gary should have been asked, that's all I'm saying.
What group?
What group?
John and Artie.
Fred wasn't invited either.
Who wasn't?
Fred. I know Fred longer than Gary. It's not like we had a birthday party. And I'll get together with Fred and his wife many times this summer. You don't know what you're talking about. You're absolutely insane.
Well, if I'm insane, you can tell it bothers Gary, so I can't be that insane.
If it bothers Gary, that's one thing. And I've explained to him.
Why is it bothering Chauncey?
Right.
I don't know why it bothers you. You're just looking to bust my ball.
No, I'm not. I'm really not. It just hit a nerve when Gary came in and
shut up
said,
with
why
your
was
nerve.
I don't know.
It's insanity.
Listen, Howard, before I go, one last thing. You mentioned Booker before, and I'm really pissed at him.
You know what? I heard about this. I don't even want to get into it.
Yeah. Well, whatever. I don't. Forget it.
Take it up with Booker, okay?
The loser.
Okay.
Oh,
what is it, Dominic?
I just want to change the topic for 1 minute. I think Tony, Mr. X, was absolutely correct to pour the water. And I want to express that.
Thank you.
Then we'll feel free to pour water on you.
But he's not going to do anything to warm.
He made in his pants.
Not at my table.
Oh, my table he did.
That's more than water. What did he do? He left. He went all the way home to change.
All right,
I hate John being so close to Robin. It bothered Tony for that reason. That's part of it. He was defending someone he cares for. And I don't think he did wrong.
Dominic, so you think that's...
Oh, my God.
He thinks it was okay?
He should have just punched him in the face at that point, right?
Are you kidding me, Dominic?
No, I don't say a punch in the face.
He didn't punch him in the face.
All right, Dominic...
Some people...
First of all, I should have put a bunch of water on you the time that you pulled me aside when I was taking you out to dinner for your birthday. I should have poured water on you if you tell me, don't act like Stutter and John. Remember that one?
No, what I said to you was, when we're out with other people... Don't do things that are really going to be, horrible. Yeah. And it looks like you did it. And Tony, by the way, you said you could attack Tony. I have a feeling he's pretty tough. I just want you to know.
I didn't say I could attack Tony.
John, you should have pressed charges. John could have pressed charges.
For what, water?
That's an assault.
For drowning.
You know what? It's just unfortunate. I like Mr.
You know what? I do happen to know that a lot of people, you see, we're insensitive because we're on the show, but a lot of people are offended by burping and farting. And
He's not around John all the time. He doesn't know what a mess.
You know what?
is.
It was an accident.
He was
It happened once in 5 years.
What? What happened once in 5 years?
That I farted.
John, it happened once in the last 5 minutes here.
No, but at dinner.
John's the worst offender in the office.
John, did you laugh?
What?
After you did it, did you think it was funny and laugh?
It was funny when my wife freaked out about it. Yeah.
Well,
I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't
and
even
you know,
care.
F you, Dominic. You know, you're like.
And I love you, John.
Oh no, you don't.
F you.
F
I love you,
fat bastard.
All right, thank you,
buddy.
John.
Dominic sounds just like John when John cracks a joke on you. But I love you. But I love you. And John's getting all offended.
Howard, before you hang up on everyone, including me, can I just say one thing?
No.
Come on.
Abraham, go ahead. What is that? No, Abraham.
Howard, listen.
Yeah. What? Let's talk to Ozzy Osbourne for a second, Chauncey. Ozzy, you're on the air.
How you doing, Howard?
Hey, Ozzy.
I just want to tell Gary, man, tell him I'm going to invite him to one of my parties, man. tell him my kids would love to bounce on his big balloon lips, you know.
All right, Ozzy, thanks.
We could use his teeth as a stockade, and we could use a salad as a pinata for him, you know.
All right, thank you, Ozzy.
Thank you, man.
All right, Ozzy.
This show doesn't make you into... Mr. X got mad at me because I was playing Lord of the Anal Rings in the bathroom at dinner.
Hey, Robin, was Mr. X mad at you for giving out his name yesterday?
No.
He doesn't know yet. Wait.
Yes.
Wait till he finds out.
All he wants.
I'll tell you one thing. I would not piss Mr. X off. I know that. I mean, he's a very nice guy. I've had many conversations with him. I just think that if you rubbed him the wrong way, he'd just throw you to the ground and kill you. I swear.
All
right, thank you, Chauncey.
Howard, wait.
Marshmallow.
I have a comedy CD out today.
Thank you.
Wait, come on.
That's funny.